Hey guys, and welcome back to YouVoluntear. Because it's advice week, I wanted to come up with some really good advice for you. And I was like, I want to find that thing that can change someone's life, the little golden nugget that someone finds, and it's like, this is the best kept secret in the world, but that wasn't gonna happen. Instead of that, I decided to take 5 pieces of common advice and look at how crappy they actually are. Number 1. I have liked this piece of advice, and that is that you should live every day as though it were your last. For the most part, this is good advice. You should try to have things in your life every day that if this was your last day, you would be happy. But if you take this quote literally, if I were actually to live today as if it were my last, I would probably go out and use all the money that I have to do things that I've always wanted to do. And then by the end of the day, I would be completely broke, homeless. It would not be a good situation. So if I were to actually live today as though it were my last day, then the rest of my days would be absolutely depressing. Not that money buys happiness, but it can ease anxiety, and if I'm going to be happy, I do not want to be anxious. Number 2. This one is better late than never. For the most part, yes, showing up at some point is better than never showing up. But sometimes being late can be really disruptive and really ruin things, to be honest. I don't know, late to a wedding and they burst in and we're like, I'm here, and it's like the moment where people are having their moment and you just burst in and ruin it. Personally, I would rather you not have done that. I mean, obviously I want people to be there, but if you're going to show up at the worst possible time and make a disruption, then it is better to never have showed up at that thing than to be late. Number 3. Honesty is the best policy. Now, I would like to disclaim that I'm a person that likes to be honest. I'm being honest with you. But let's be honest about this situation. There are times when being honest with someone can do more harm than good. Think about this. I feel like I saw on some TV show once where someone took someone's toothbrush and cleaned their toilet with it and then they used it. If that person has already used it, they probably don't want to know that they just put a toilet brush, basically, in their mouth. Personally, I would rather just not know. I don't want someone to be like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I brushed your toilet with that toothbrush and then you used it. I would much rather the person lie and like go into the bathroom and accidentally drop it afterwards and be like, oh, I dropped your toothbrush in the toilet, you might want to buy a new one. I don't want to know that I brushed my teeth with a brush that's been in the toilet. No. Okay? So that is a time where I don't think honesty is the best policy. But if you have brushed a toilet with someone's toothbrush, then please tell them before they use it. Or just don't do it at all. Number 4. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's a load of crap. Emotions are something that can be broken, therefore they hurt. Hurt is not just a physical pain, hurt is mental as well. Is probably one of the worst pieces of advice that has ever been given, I think, because obviously that person is in pain and is hurting if you have to say that. So you saying that is not helping the matter at all. You are basically saying to that person, hey, guess what? Your feelings don't actually matter. It's better when you're talking to kids about that, because it's kind of be like, you can be stronger, and like, don't let words get you down, like, haters back off, yeah. Number 5. Good things come to those who wait. Is this helping you at all? No. In some situations, this is true. If you wait for things, good things will come. But a lot of the time, you need to take initiative and go and get things yourself. If you just wait, if you spend your life waiting, things are not going to happen. They're just not gonna happen, that's the fact. Look at Taylor Swift. If you don't like Taylor Swift, just pretend it's someone else. When Taylor Swift started out, she did not sit waiting for someone to discover her. As a kid, she was like, no, I want this, and I'm gonna make this happen for myself. So she went out and went to record labels and was like, here's my song, listen to me, I want to be signed by you. And eventually, somebody was like, this little girl is awesome. And they signed her. And now look at her. I mean, she is so successful because she went out and got something for herself. She didn't wait around. So waiting for things to come to you is typically bad advice. Well, I hope this was somehow advantageous for you to watch. Maybe now, next time you give someone advice, you'll think a little bit more about what it actually means before you tell them, because that can make a lot of difference. That is all for me.